to another episode of It's the Disrespect, though.
It's the Disrespect.
Yes. Thank you for joining us. We have one of our amazing, talented, beautiful mother, comedian, actress, host, sometimes dancer, friend with us, Jasmin Leigh. She is amazing. We love Jasmin Leigh. Jasmin Leigh is here with her beautiful daughter, Marco Leigh, who is just staring at us.
She's our live studio audience
She
right
is.
now. So
Greasy face baby.
She looks beautiful, though.
She is beautiful.
We'll put a little insert of.
And that's her.
There you go. Now you got a little Marco Leigh. So welcome.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me, guys.
To the show.
Are
So
those boobs on your shirt?
Oh yeah, they're titties. My ex-girlfriend actually gave me this shirt.
Cute.
this
Yeah.
is interesting. Let's
Different
dive in.
types of nipples.
She's got a baby and an ex-girlfriend.
Oh
And
God.
now you're on secret exposure with Mina and Jazz. No, I'm just kidding.
I meant to ask, what questions are we gonna be talking about?
No, everything is super chill here. I love that she's laughing so hard. So we just were curious, how's your dating life been? What's life been? Because so you just had a baby. Marco is gonna be one.
Yes. Oh
Yes,
my God.
very soon.
In less than 2 months, she's gonna be one. I don't really have a dating life. I mean, I've had one thought moment.
What was your one thought?
Am I really supposed to get down? Okay.
Yeah, tell us the
I mean,
truth.
just try
We
to-
want to know the truth.
I won't say any
Try
names.
not to cuss.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Please
this is
don't
clean?
cuss. Yes.
Okay.
Only because I will fight you if I have to edit out a bunch of cuss words.
And I don't want me to get beat up, so let's not.
Oh, she forgets I'm a wrestling
Oh, I forgot she
champion.
was a wrestler. I really did. Okay. Yeah, I haven't really had a dating life. I had a friend who is probably gonna watch this, had a crush on me forever. Came over and I was really just trying to watch TV, but she was not.
Okay. Did you invite her over for like a
I invited-
Netflix and chill kind of scenario?
I invited her over. I hope she doesn't watch this. I invited her over really because I wanted to smoke and I didn't have any substances.
Okay.
And I don't know how familiar you guys are with my jokes, but I actually have talked about doing this in the past, like when you want to smoke and you invite somebody over, but they're probably gonna,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now I was being good. She was not.
Okay.
And then other than that, I've just been like in a, I'm like the queen of situationships. Before I was actually in a relationship, I was in a bunch of those.
Mm-hmm.
So right now I'm in like a almost situationship. So I'm just chilling. I still get to do whatever I want to do.
Is it almost because you're almost together when she's
No.
not?
It's not. It's actually not a woman either.
Oh.
So
Whoa.
I know. Everyone keeps talking about, are you straight or gay
What
now?
kind of flip-floppity?
Listen, I'm just looking for
hip-hop?
a step parent, whether it's a stepdaddy
Oh
or
my
step
God.
son.
You cannot lead with that.
You're going in. I'm just kidding. No, it's a friend of a friend, and I can still do whatever I want to do on the side.
So it's a guy.
Yeah, but sometimes I just want to pretend I'm in a relationship. Sometimes I want to, chill
feel
out.
that.
Okay, how long you been talking to this guy?
are in her
yes,
business.
I know, right?
Because I feel like I see her
and-
all the time.
I
This
keep
is
my
not how
stuff to
any of the
myself.
rest of the
I know. I don't even know why I said that. I don't like to lie, but I don't volunteer information. And because you directly asked me, that's why I answered it. But let's see. It's been like maybe a month or so now. Maybe a little bit longer than that. Let's think. Because when did I get my passport?
Okay.
When I got my passport, that's the weekend.
So
Yeah.
specific.
Okay, now let me ask you a
Right,
question.
I know.
Like, how is dating now that you have Marco?
Well, I'm not dating. And
Well,
that's
okay,
why
how
it's so
is
convenient.
smashing
Well,
now that you have
it's
Marco?
very distracting because she can go to sleep and then wake up and it's just like, ugh, damn it. Actually, when you guys were babysitting the last time when I came home and then dipped out and came back, that's where I went. But
What? Talk about a bombshell.
No, I said I was going somewhere. I came back.
You said
You went and got your
Look,
cheeks.
No, what she
Yeah,
said.
but
she
I didn't end up
said-
getting my cheeks smacked. I came back because I didn't end up getting getting my cheek smacked for some reason.
You said that you just wanted to go and like smoke. And
I did go and smoke, but that's what also was going on.
Yeah, you said you didn't want to be high coming back. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why I volunteered.
Yeah, you said you didn't want to drive back high. Is what you said. When you.
All I know is we are the cheeks babysitters. Okay, we here when you need the
I
cheeks.
actually didn't get my cheeks slapped. I did just go and smoke, and then I came back. That's literally all that happened. But that was the house that I was at. But it's actually very awkward. Luckily, because it's a friend of a friend, they already knew Coco, because obviously I wouldn't be just bringing my daughter to a smash session. And because it's a fake situationship or almost situationship, I can go over there and chill with her, smoke, watch TV, relax, and I don't have to worry about anything. But if you're in the middle of whatever and then she wakes up, it's like, it's not good for me the rest of the time, because it's like now I'm like distracted and I'm like, all right, hurry up so I can go be a mom. Yeah.
So how is being a comedian and being a mother at the same time?
Oh, it's hilarious. I think I'm very inappropriate, and it's also funny because the same person, we were having a debate about Kevin Hart calling his daughter, calling his daughter a hoe. Mm-hmm. And he was like, don't call your daughter a hoe. That's not right. She didn't choose that life. And first of all, I thought it was hilarious. She didn't choose that life.
Usually don't.
I feel like I see humor in everything. And I think that, my jokes have reflected that, and people that wouldn't necessarily, maybe they might think it, but they definitely wouldn't say it out loud. I think that my comedy has already kind of
definitely improved.
Well, my mom's BA said, it's funny that all this time off you've gotten better, and I'm like, get off of my phone.
That's so funny.
But it wasn't that though. I think it was the break.
Mm-hmm.
I also think that I've been formulating jokes for a while. I haven't really been able to be on stage. When you get on stage, sometimes you'll work on a joke and it won't hit the way you hit it, and then you just kind of throw it away instead of figuring out, what it was that they didn't laugh, where I didn't have any chance to do that. I just kind of had to do all of my jokes on my own, and thanks for Clubhouse. I've been on Clubhouse practicing stuff. I have a set at 12 today. I've been on Clubhouse practicing stuff or whatever, and I think it's very refreshing. It's definitely therapeutic. I get tons of people in my story saying, "Oh, thank you so much for talking about that," and because from the time I was announced that I was pregnant, I literally if I go back to my Facebook from last year, there's so many pregnancy jokes and then so many birthing jokes or whatever. It's just I'm helping people out now. I feel like I'm actually touching people.
There you go.
As you should be. I mean, of course, there's a lot of moms, a lot of single moms, a lot of bi moms. So
did she say she was bi?
I honestly never even label myself.
You act bi as hell.
I don't label myself. Well, in college, I was a super lesbo.
Yeah.
I think
that's how everybody is in
college.
You're
a super lesbo, whatever. I think that after college, I was super lesbo. When I first moved here, I was super lesbo. And then somewhere, I just maybe when I got kicked out of my lesbian group out here, that's when I wasn't so super lesbo.
Wait, you got kicked out of a lesbian friend group?
Yes, I was a part of my friendship group. I kind of maybe tried to talk to the leader's ex, and she just stopped inviting me places. And then I was forced to start hanging out with straight people. And it's not that many gay groups that you can be a part of out here. Everyone already has, their own, and they're very, very cliquish.
Very clicky.
Very cliquish. Mm-hmm. And so my friend Chrissy actually was a part of this group, and that's how I kind of got grandfathered in and then kicked right on out. So
not grandfathered into gay, and then excommunicated back to the straight realm. Came back with a baby.
I know. And this is me tiptoeing like I didn't just
trying to dip your toe back in the lesbian.
Honestly, how'd you get that baby?
I realized from the shock, because when I did get a boyfriend, I still was not saying anything. I feel like I was in the closet again, because I was like, oh, I don't want to disappoint all of my gay friends. And that was the main thing why I never wanted to be a gay comedian. My stand-up is obviously hella gay anyway, but I didn't want to be an advocate, because then it's a flashlight, or what is it? A spotlight is put on you, and
the gay community expects you to be as gay.
Exactly.
And, pick a team, be that and like
exactly.
It's a lot of pressure.
Which is why I never go on stage like, oh, I'm gay, I'm a lesbian. I talk about what I know, and what I know was vaginas. So
now look what you know now.
And I mean, I still definitely know vaginas way better. But I don't really want to label myself. I'm just, I guess if the kids say gender fluid. Oh no,
that's not.
No, that's not. You are not gender fluid.
Gender and sexuality are two totally different things.
Hey, you heard it here first, guys. She is gender fluid.
I think you're sexually.
I'm just living life. I'm living life. I'm not putting any boundaries on what I have going on because I don't really want to hear anybody's mouth later on.
Well, that's good.
But I will also say that only dating women definitely was, or made, or people believing only I dated was women, definitely helped out in the comedy world because I didn't deal with a lot of things these other women did.
Really? Because I feel like I still deal with the same
And they
amount
all
of
know
stuff.
But see, you're not a homeboy. I hang out with guys.
She does too.
So do
Who guys do you hang
I.
out with?
I mean, not anymore. I don't hang out with anybody.
Okay, well,
but I'm saying, like, when I first
started.
started doing stand-up, exactly. When I first started doing stand-up, I was predominantly I was only with guys. That's the only people I knew. So, like, a good amount of the guys that I was around did all the same stuff as though I wasn't.
I would say that inappropriate things were said sometimes, but either I mean, I have a really slick mouth, so if somebody says something, I can say something slick back, and eventually people just stop saying something. Now, since I've had a baby, it's some guys that feel like I owe them some vagina or something.
Oh my God!
Like, which is
nothing worse than that.
What
you weren't gonna get it anyway.
Energy
I don't
that
know.
men have.
The audacity that they have that, like, if you come back, you gotta go through me first.
The funniest thing,
Like they're the vagina keepers.
exactly. And I will say is that sometimes I didn't even tell guys that I didn't want them because I had a girlfriend or whatever have you, because your ego is so big. You need to know that I just don't want you.
You know what?
When you
That
tell
is a good
guys
point.
that, oh, I have a girlfriend, they feel like, oh, you just don't want
but you
me
ain't got no
because
boyfriend though.
that too. Or you say, oh, you just don't want me because you're gay. And it's like, no, I don't want you because I don't want you at all.
I never even thought about that, but that's a really good point. Sometimes you just have to tell men, I just don't want you.
Yeah.
Because they will figure out some kind of squirrely way that they can still make
Exactly.
it work. And it's
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
I've been telling you, Jazz, that I didn't believe that you was a whole lesbian.
You know, people say that to me all the time, and it's funny because I was a whole lesbian for so long. And there's no such thing as a half a lesbian. If you believe that you are a lesbian, then you are, because there's so many men out here that say they're straight and they're not. And there's so many women out here that say they're straight and they're not. Like, I know tons of women that when they're drinking, they get gay tendencies, but they identify as straight. So really, it's whatever you identify as.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you have more of a preference still towards women?
Oh, for sure. I definitely think I have more of a preference towards women. The only problem is that now, like, the whole protection thing that you can get from a man is what I do enjoy, even though my ex was not that. And with studs, I just feel like our personality is just never.
Oh, so you don't go for studs?
Nah.
So you're more of a STEM film type of lady?
Yeah.
Mina,
Okay.
you?
What
STEM film type of lady?
that I date?
Yeah.
I don't date. So I don't think I have a type yet. We'll see what happens
Not
if
yet.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I've dated in the past. I have had like a stud that was a girlfriend, one stud. I've dated a STEM. I've dated a couple STEMs actually. So I think maybe that's probably more of my lane. Studs just seem like it's too much. Like, I don't want it to be too far. I still want sometimes for you to like put on something, like
Yes,
sexy
for
to
sure.
me
And I don't like
still.
super studs. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then also, it's always weird because I don't be wanting to go down on studs. Like, I don't know why, but I
What
just
does that
don't be wanting
mean?
to.
Wait, a lot of them don't let you though.
That too, and then it's like you don't know where you are. And I feel like
Do
whenever
they
I have sex
shave?
with nowadays in your 30s, most women don't shave. Like, back in the day, everyone was bald. Now, shoot, you might catch me on a good day. The only reason I'm shaved right now is I went to Vegas and I went to a pool party.
Okay.
Other than that, you're gonna get this how it comes.
Okay.
Especially now that
Because
I'm a
you
kid.
are.
I'm coming as I are.
As
I'm coming as I am, literally and figuratively. But yeah, I don't think I could date a stud. And then it's like, cause you either get the super studs that are just too much, or you get the studs that present themselves as studs but are the most sensitive beings ever, and I just cannot deal with that. If you're a sensitive woman, and it's, I know I'll probably get excommunicated more, but you need to be dressed in some heels if you're gonna be crying.
I'm so weak. Look at you putting everybody in boxes.
I am. I'm just picking up boxes and throwing people in them. But now I just feel like it's the crying for me. Like if
So you're not the crier.
I'm not a crier.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The studs that I've known have had some of the higher running emotions. Like they're just more. They're more sensitive. In comparison to me, yes. And I'm a sensitive woman. I'm a big baby. Like I need a lot, and I have a lot of feelings, and I'm going to express all of them. But studs, like I don't know. I think it's like the suppression of how they are trying to look outwardly. You know what I mean? That makes them like so much more emotional.
I don't know what it is, but it's just not for me. And the thing is about it was a stud, it would have to be like a stud that still looks very my definition of feminine. Because everybody has their own definitions of feminine.
What's your definition of feminine?
I want the thing is that you can what is on your shirt?
What is it?
It looks like her
What is?
Don't.
I was gonna say watch out, but you hit. She seems fine.
She's fine.
She has the Don King going.
She
right
does.
Now. Oh my God!
Her
This is why
hair's
she was.
gotten so long.
It is long, and I combed it out and then sent her to bed, and this is how she woke up. So
She's looking back like you.
We can't do this anymore. She's still stunned.
Come on.
Okay.
I already know what you want. Huh? Come on.
Girl, get over here. All right, so definitely you don't have to wear heels on the regular basis, but I just want to be able to dress up and get sexy with my partner.
My question is always like, how long do the studs wear the suits? You know what I mean? And the wingtip shoes and like this is and the vest and like the cufflinks. Like that's too much of a stud for me. I
like a mixture.
No.
I like a mixture. Like you're mixing like textbook masculine clothes with textbook feminine clothes and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But a super stud definitely wouldn't be for me. I've actually never dated a stud. My ex is now a stud. Well, actually now she's like a
the girl
stud
we
stripper.
met?
No,
not
now she's like a stud stripper. Who you met?
It was a brown skin girl.
When did you meet her?
It was like before obviously before you got pregnant.
Oh, Taylor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember her.
Yeah.
Is that the one you're talking about?
No.
Okay, I was like, I can't see her being a stud.
No. This is like my first official girlfriend. She and the thing is that the only reason like I wanted her because she kept talking about how she wasn't gay, and I'm like, this girl is lying.
You
like,
love the change. You love this.
I really did.
Oh my God.
I had a
She's
problem
a
in college.
transformer over
in
here.
college, that was like my goal to like see how many straight girls I can check.
Yeah.
But and then we ended up dating for 4 months. You would have thought it was 10 years how she acted after we broke up. And then she went into like a super stud, and now she's a stud stripper.
You turned her out. Who was it?
For real.
Well, I'm sure she probably wouldn't even mind if I said her name. But
I mean, you don't have
You
to
have to
say
say
it.
it.
I'm not
I'll tell y'all
I'm
after.
not taking it out. So forget that. Well, I get it. You got a smorgasbord of
It's
options.
I know it's even worse.
And
Aquawana, that's her name.
What is it?
Yeah, you heard it. Aquawana. And I used to tell people it was African, and she was like, no, it's not.
Okay.
This is before I was woke and I was embarrassed by ghetto names.
I'm so weak.
No.
Well, look at you now.
Yes.
Look at you now. Okay, so we have a couple games that we play
Oh gosh.
on this podcast. They're super simple. This first game, I'm going to have to hide some of them from you because you're going to have to guess who said this. So have you been on any dating apps?
No.
No? Okay.
Oh, I'm on Hinge, but not really.
Okay, so you kind of get how Hinge is. They put
Yeah.
the prompts out or whatever. So this game is called Guessing the Sexin, coined by Jasmine W. She thought that was the perfect name.
Cute.
Guessing the Sexin.
So we're going
Okay.
with Guessing the Sexin. Okay, so I'm going to read a prompt and what the person said, and you're going to tell me if the person was a woman or the person was a man.
Oh God. Okay.
So
And your expertise of your bias.
you should be really good at this. And for bonus points, even though there's no points, you can tell us what type of guy or girl
Oh,
you
God.
think that this person is.
We're about to see while I'm single.
Okay, so the first prompt is you should leave a comment if, and their response is you nasty. So with the you and then the word nasty.
That can be either or, but I'm gonna say a guy.
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of guy would say something like that?
One with a small penis.
I'm weak. Okay, so this is you. You were correct.
He looks like a.
I'm weak. Okay, so you get 1 point.
And the thing is that he has small penis energy. I don't know whether his penis is really small or not, and it really doesn't matter the size, but the energy, I could tell.
Yeah, like that's a weird.
He's compensating.
Comment. It's too much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the next person, their prompt is unusual skills, and their response is, I will cheat on you with myself. I can make myself come with just memories and 0 hands. So I'm gonna need more pineal combo. I'm good at playing Cupid for others.
I think that's definitely a woman.
Okay,
Oh my god.
you would be right about that. What kind of woman do you think? would
Oh, whether
say?
it's a stud or a femme or.
Yes.
I'll say a femme.
Right again. She's doing pretty good.
doing great.
You did good.
Yes.
Also,
Why would
first
a
of
man
all,
ever say? A man would never say that.
No, they wouldn't.
I can make
myself
myself
from memories.
And no touching. Okay.
That's definitely a woman thing.
And I don't think a lot of guys ask for like pineal conversations.
Yeah.
You
I
know
thought
what I
that said
mean?
P now.
No.
Penis, like
Why
penis.
would you ask
No.
for penis conversation?
I
That is the
she said she
weird-
can make herself come with the old man. She said describe it.
All right. The next one is
I really am so sad that my daughter's hair looks like this. It just
okay.
you can't even see it, but
Okay, she's a baby.
She's super beautiful, so who cares?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So the next one is I'll introduce you to my family if you is the good person.
Oh, excuse me?
You is the good person?
Yes.
That's a man.
Okay. What kind of man do you think would have said
An
something?
uneducated man.
Man, she's on the roll, huh?
That is, you got that. It is a man. I don't know.
He looks like he's educated though.
He
He
seems
does.
like he's probably English is not his first language.
Yeah, he's pretty worldly. I had one more that I was gonna like do as a bonus one, just because I wanted to see.
You did good.
You
You're
did
the
really
first
good.
person to get them all right.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, Landon did too.
Oh, he did.
Landon got them all right. Okay. This is the one for all the marbles. All right. The prompt is my love language is, and they said spider killing.
It's a woman. If it's a man, it's a gay man.
I am weak. It is actually a man, but I don't know that he's gay. I can't confirm. or
Wait,
deny
his
that.
love language is spider killing, meaning he likes women to kill spiders for him?
Yeah, I guess that's what that
It's
means.
kind of. Is that what that means?
That's
Or
what
is
that
he the
means.
spider? Because he might mean that
He kills
he
spiders.
kills spiders.
Well,
and
why would
that's
that be his
love
love
language.
language?
He answered it incorrectly,
Oh,
so
okay.
that was not a
That's
valid.
not a fair one. All right, we're not taking any points here.
Yeah,
You're still a winner in our.
because he should have said, "Is your love language spider killing?" or something like that.
Yeah.
Or my love language is killing your spiders.
Yeah.
There you go.
Not you.
We
need
got to get
somebody to
grammatical on
come
these.
kill a
because-
spider for you. Now what man needs a woman to come
You'd be
kill
surprised.
spiders for them?
Yeah.
I'm
actually,
sorry,
this-
but I'm judging. If you're a man and you ask me to kill a spider, I'm out the door. Me personally.
With the spider.
Me and the spider are gone. Well, then
I can't date a gay woman and a gay man. It's just
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's doing too much.
it's doing too
Only
much.
one of y'all can be gay in this scenario.
Only one of us.
Okay, well that was guessing the sex, and you did really good.
Thank
Great.
you.
did
I love
great.
the name of that. Guessing the
Thank
sex.
you. Thank Jasmine W. Shout out to Jasmine
Thanks,
W.
Jas
for
W.
that
Other
amazing name.
Jasmine.
Okay, so we have another game, and this game is. I'm guessing you're familiar with Facebook and the Wish app, and they post a lot of things that just don't make any
Yeah, I
sense.
was just at a roast battle and someone said I was a Wish app version of Beyonce.
I'm
That's
dead.
hilarious.
It was pretty hilarious, and I mean, even the Wish version of Beyonce is absolutely stunning.
Okay, so this is called I Wish TF, because I'm not going to cuss.
Okay.
I Wish TF, I knew what this was for. So I'm going to just show you some of
What?
these, and you're going to explain to me, one, what's the scenario that you would need this in, and two, you can comment on anything in it if you like. So this is our
And
first
this is going to show up on here.
Yeah,
Oh, a
they're
fake
gonna-
ultrasound.
Why would you need that?
You need a fake ultrasound if you are trying to keep your man in their relationship and he's trying to leave you. And you're like, oh my God, I'm pregnant. And he's like, I don't believe you. And then she goes, yeah, I'm pregnant.
But do you see how big this baby is?
Men are stupid.
That's a big baby.
That's a big
You would
baby.
have to look pregnant. And why is it $22?
Because it should be expensive because it's a lie. You also, for ladies who do this, you also can find a fake positive pregnancy test on Amazon.
Well, if you
We'll
got
put the
ladies,
link
if
underneath
you
here.
no, ladies, if you got to do that, let that man go.
Don't do this.
Do
Do
not-
not.
I
follow
agree.
this advice.
Let that man go, but I am not a judger as the two next to me sitting
You
here.
just said you was judging.
Okay, that one situation, but now I'm not a judger anymore. I'm also not a contradictor. Sometimes, you got to do what you do. I think that you should leave the man alone, but, that is a big baby.
Leave that man alone.
This baby is almost to
But
term.
that's why someone would need it.
Okay.
Or if maybe they're trying to get benefits at work and they work from home, and no, that's not gonna work either because you gotta give them hospital information. Like if they're trying to get extra food stamps or something.
I just don't think you should be running around selling ultrasounds.
Ultrasounds?
I just feel like that sounds really weird.
Or
baby
April
is the
Fool's
face
April Fool's joke. Anybody that could buy a fake ultrasound online and give it to someone, that person's obviously dumb. Doesn't matter how big the baby is, they don't know.
That's true. That's true.
They
Okay.
probably didn't even come inside.
We have 2 more. Now, you have a dog.
Yes.
Is this something that you feel would be helpful to
a
you?
poop picker?
It's supposed to, it looks as though it's supposed to like catch.
Oh, when he's pooping, it'll like wipe his butt off?
I don't know. I think it's supposed to catch I don't know. It says poop picker, but.
Okay, the only thing that I can see is that sometimes when Bentley's pooping, he gets poop stuck in his butt, and I have to go in there and get it out. So that will probably be
No,
what
that's
that
for the
poop
long
picker
hair dogs.
would
That
be.
seems like a
Let me
lot to do. But it's attached to his behind.
Oh, I think it's just supposed to
Yeah,
catch
it
it.
catches the poop.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. Dogs don't like stuff on their tail.
Oh, so that's meaning so that they don't have to. I wouldn't get that, but I guess.
I mean, but
I
if
think
you can
that-
get your dog to let this bag hang off of their behind.
I doubt that Bentley would ever let me put that back on his tail.
Yeah. Okay, this is the final one.
She's looking at herself.
She's so cute. She's gonna be a star. I need you to know. We're
She's
gonna
doing good.
play this back. Okay. I don't know why you would need these $4 worth of.
Okay, so when
Sets
you
of
have your
teeth.
kid, right,
Okay.
and they get a tooth that came out, and you misplace the tooth, but they need to put the tooth underneath their pillow for the tooth fairy to come so they don't cry.
Okay.
So that's what you would use those for. Or if you were threatening somebody
Philip?
and you needed them to give you your money and they said no, you send them an envelope with these teeth and say, this
First
has
of all-
happened to the last guy who said no.
I'm scared about your lifestyle. First of all, you're lying to kids, but you're saying you don't like to lie unless asked
But
questions.
she's a
or
mother
whatever
now.
it
That's
is.
what they do.
You're
I'm not lying
sending
to my
teeth in the
kids.
mail. I'm
Listen,
concerned.
You
I'm
ain't gonna tell
sending
about
teeth-
Santa Claus.
Listen, I'm gonna send those teeth to somebody and say, where's my child support? This is what happened to the last person who didn't pay me my money. And we'll see if that works.
That's
am
funny.
So
Obviously nothing else is.
Excuse me, Coco.
But he's in strip clubs.
Okay, well
I'm
send him to
still
the strip
there.
club.
Yeah.
Send him as a strip.
I should really find out which strip club he's going to. Give the teeth to the bartender. Have the
Put it in his
bartender
drink.
put them in his drink, bring the drink over and said, hey, your child's mother said this is what's going to happen if you don't send.
You gonna give him cavities?
Just put
Now
in a
those
bunch of
teeth
shit.
actually look. Yeah,
Yeah.
those teeth actually looked really clean. Like they
It
look.
looks really bad, Coco.
No,
Coco,
it's
don't
not
worry
bad.
about her.
It's not
She's
bad.
doing her
She's
thing.
doing her
Don't
thing.
judge her.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the last segment. This is called Do You Know These Negroes? And that is teaching you all the black facts that you don't know in school, okay? So this one, in honor of it being the Olympics this year, I have two, well, it's about one person,
Shikari.
but it's a fact. No, it's about
Carrie.
Flojo.
By the way.
Flojo.
Okay.
She is, and she still holds, the fastest record for the 100 meter and the 200 meter, and it was set in 1988, 9 days apart, and no one has broke it since. She ran the 100 meter in 10.49 seconds,
Wow.
and no woman has been able to beat it since. Since 1988, Sha'Carri, she ran it in, what was her fastest time, 2.6?
Seconds?
No. It was 10 point.
10.65?
I think it was 10 point.
10.65 was like her fastest one,
like that.
and she still hasn't beat it. And the 200-meter one was 21.34.
And she's the fastest woman in the
fastest
world.
woman. Well, she's dead now, but
I'm talking about
Shakira. Yeah, she's the second fastest woman. Period. But fastest woman in the world right now still can't beat that 1988 record, and that was 1988.
Maybe if she wouldn't have smoked the weed, then that would have given
She
her
definitely would have dusted FloJo. But you think 19?
Could you imagine how fast she would be if she didn't hit that blunt before she ran it?
I mean,
but where in the world does weed make you faster?
I know it doesn't, but also
I bet you FloJo was smoking.
She
weed.
probably had, according to her, she had like one hit of weed,
She
like
didn't have
or
one.
No,
one
she didn't have
one joint or something.
She did have one joint.
Go on.
I don't think that she should have been kicked out of the Olympics, but just for all purposes, there's no way that you can hit a blunt one time.
No, because I hit a blunt like twice and then took a drug test 5 days later and it wasn't in my system.
And obviously she needs cooler people in her life, because my sister would have just taken my drug test, which she has before, and I remember sitting in the car so nervous because it was actually a hair drug test, so she really loved me at the moment. And, it was all white people, so I knew they weren't really going to notice, but this particular sister is not the one that looks exactly like me. So she went in there, my heart was beating for like 30 minutes waiting for her to come outside, and finally she came, and I got the job.
You got it.
The one
perfect
9-to-5 job I've ever had in my life.
Well,
beautiful.
Forget that. Also, your baby is aggressive.
Very
it's so
aggressive.
funny. I was not expecting you to just. I was like, oh, we gotta wrap it up.
I was trying to keep
and
her
I
away
was like,
from her.
oh, okay. Well, she's just gonna. You're gonna. I'm not used to. I pull my boobs out for different reasons.
Yeah.
But nobody ever asks for it. So there's that. She wants my phone. Well, thank you for being
Jasmine.
on the
last
show.
game? Do you know
That was it.
That was the last game.
That was it.
There were 2 games, and then her.
But I didn't answer anything.
It wasn't
Well,
a game. It was
hers
just,
is
do you
just
know
a-
these Negroes?
Oh!
Did you know that about
I did.
FloJo?
I knew.
You
And
knew
I
that?
also know that Tiffany Haddish has the rights to do her movie.
Oh,
That's
that's
dope.
cool.
Yeah. She was actually talking about it on our interview for People's Party, and then I saw that she's actually going to be making the movie.
That's good.
Talk about a fun fact. That was a
Fun
double.
fact.
Well, what do you have going on / coming up?
I don't even know. I don't know what I have going on. I just have a lot.
Just a busy
Can
lady.
we look forward to any projects that you're working on?
You can always look forward to People's Party every Monday on, actually now it's only on Luminary.
There we go.
And you can catch the visual version of it on Up Rocks every Monday. And other than that, I have a bunch of stuff coming, and, it's coming.
And where can they find you?
Oh, I'm Real Jasmin Leigh on everything.
JASMIN.
On everything.
On everything. JASMINLEIGH. Don't misspell either name because people seem to do that. And yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yes, thank you, and Marco Lee. Thank you for making an appearance. Is there anything you wanted to tell the people?
Okay.
Was there anything you wanted to tell? Did you have any?
Right
You have
here.
any? And you want to share your social media? What was your social media again? No.
Okay.
Okay,
Back to the boob.
We'll get it.
All right.
Don't worry. We'll put it in there for them. All right. She is so funny. She has so much energy.
You can't
All right. Well,
walk,
thank
girl.
you so much for being on the podcast. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure to check us out next week for another episode of It's the Disrespect.
It's the Disrespect, though.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Okay. How you doing? Okay, that's my shoulder. Hey, it's Jazz and Mina, and we're doing crazy stuff. Hey, it's Jazz and Mina. You know you can't get enough.
Yeah.